Good morning, everyone. It is November 27th. It is 8:27 a.m. and it is race day. We got the fam here. We got Rosie, Kai, and Jenna.
Everybody say hi.
Hi.
And we got Alyssa.
Watch the road.
We are on the way to the race. Check-in is at 8:30, so we'll be there just a little bit after that. And race begins at 9 a.m. How are we all feeling, folks? You feeling ready, Kai?
Got some electrolyte.
That's right. Kai's got his electrolyte bottle. He's got an applesauce for energy. And we have an extra one for the girls. Alyssa's going to push him for the mile.
Just the mile.
And I'm doing the 5K. You want one too? You guys to share with Kai and Jenna. Feeling good? Feeling nervous? I've been nervous ever since I clocked out of work yesterday. I was nervous enough to where my stomach hurts. It's just the feeling I get whenever I have an event, a sporting event that I really care about. So I'm gonna put in the best effort today. 100% sure I will PR, and I'm gonna try my best to run sub 21, but it's gonna be very difficult. So we'll take some videos before the race starts, and then I don't know how much of the actual race I will record, but maybe get some splits or something in the middle. I'll be huffing and puffing, so probably won't be able to talk very much. So it might just be a video at the end. You'll just see the result. So we'll see y'all out there. Oh, it's crowded out here, folks. I think it's the most people I've ever ran with for this race. I ran it 2 years ago and last year. There's the fam. Super pumped. Let's get after it. Howdy, folks. It is November 29th. It's about 10 p.m. We just got back from a long day of driving down to some hot springs about 3.5 hours away. So that was super fun. And yeah, kids were tired, but we got it done. Watched a couple movies on the way back, and yeah, just enjoyed some family time. The race was 2 days ago. Yesterday, day after the race, I spent the whole day hunting. I'm a hunter. I hunt for turkey in the spring, bear occasionally, and then deer and elk. And yesterday was a deer hunt. I got a small buck with my friend Justin Swift. So thanks to him for helping me get that. But yeah, let's get to the race. So results were fairly disappointing for me. I ran 22:39, which is 9 seconds slower than last year. At the time, I was very confused. I didn't know why I couldn't run faster. After the race was done, I looked at my watch, looked at all my stats, and nothing really made sense to me. I ran 2 seconds per mile slower. I had an average heart rate that was 5 beats per minute faster or higher. So I ran slower and I worked harder. And that just didn't make any sense to me. I know I'm in better shape than last year, and I just couldn't figure out what was going on. Turns out I was sick. So I woke up that morning feeling a little bit of something in my nose, but I wasn't concerned. But it was already having an impact on me. I know I'm sick now. I woke up this morning with a nasty cold. I was mouth breathing all night. My nose was completely clogged. So yeah, I'm glad I know why I didn't perform to my expectations. And I'm glad it wasn't just me thinking I was more fit than I actually was. So that's encouraging. But it does give me reason to push harder and to try again. So I'm going to plan on doing another 5K. I have a couple options. There's a 5K in December. That's a bigger race. But then I might just ask some buddies to do a 5K with me. I might just ask Isaac to do pace me for a 5K because he's faster than I am. So I think he could probably do that if he's willing to run it how fast I would want and not, kill himself doing that. But it also just pushes me to work harder, eat healthier, get back on track with my lifting habits, and ultimately run as fast as I think I can. But a couple other things I noticed that were different between my training block last year and this year. Primarily, it was the lead up to the race, the total mileage, and then the average pace for those miles. I think my pitfall this year, if there was one, is that I treated it too much like a marathon build. I ran a decent number of miles. I ran 68 miles in October, which counts the marathon. So really only 40 of those were training. And then I did 83 miles, 86 now, in November. Last year I did 29 in October and 30 in November. So about half, less than half as this year. But the significant piece of this is that the October miles last year were at a 9:04 average pace, and this year they were at a 9:45 average pace. So I ran 41 seconds per mile slower this year, which I think is not what I need to be doing. If I'm doing a shorter race, it's meant to be faster, I don't need to put a ton of miles in. It needs to be more concentrated speed work. That's what I think, at least. And then for November, I did 30 miles last year, 83 this year, 8:40 per mile pace last year, and 9:25 this year. So again, 45 seconds slower per mile. So that's my first takeaway. The second takeaway is the two things I just mentioned, lifting and eating, but then also my shoes, which I've talked about before in an earlier video. I need shoes that work for me, not against me. And so that's something I'm going to focus on, trying to find a shoe that fits what I need. So another thing was the course. I've talked about this several times, but the course is different. Last year it was basically flat and then uphill to the out and then just turn around and come right back. So basically just straight lines the whole time, a couple curves in there. This year it was a lot of winding and a lot of different terrain. There was asphalt, there were sidewalks, there was grass, there was wood. So that made it a bit slower. The mile splits. So last year I went 7:28, 7:31, and then 6:49. So I think that tells me that I ran the first 2 miles fairly slow to be able to improve in that third mile so dramatically. This year I was trying to do the same thing with a negative split, but I went 7:03, 7:16, 7:30. So I just couldn't hang on to it. All right, and lastly, I just wanted to read a Bible verse that's been sticking out in my mind and kind of just tells the story of what I've been thinking about ever since the race, and that's Proverbs 19:21. It says, "Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand." So it's just a reminder that God is in control and he has a plan for everything that happens to you. So even though that this was disappointing to me, that I didn't run well, got sick when I did, I know that it's in his control and that he's going to use this for the betterment of me. So thank you all for watching. The next video, I'll probably talk more about the future of my training. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out there and talk about what happened during the race. So we'll see you here in probably a couple days. Thanks.